Alright, I recently picked up Plundered Hearts for the Commodore 64/128, and I thought, I've never actually played this game. I've just been collecting Infocom games, and I do like the text adventure games, and I love the imagination that's put into all the stuff that Infocom does and all their stories that they tell. This one sets apart a little bit from the other Infocom games right away, or straight away, because it's not a gatefold, which is kind of interesting. And so when you pull it out, it has all the contents in this little sleeve right here, and it depends on how it's packed. And I just kind of wanted to show what was in my copy of Plundered Hearts. It has the Commodore 64/128 diskette, and with the Infocom disc holder, and the game has this, it's part of the game, the little bonus book here. You kind of get these coupon books at various places for discounts. It's more of a advertising thing, but it is common, so it's kind of interesting that they include that. And you have a Infocom warranty registration card. I don't remember them having that. And you see cutthroats here. Get cutthroats for only $15, and that's quite the deal nowadays. And then it has this nice, I don't know what you call these little bags. And then inside here, it looks like fake money, which is pretty neat. And then a letter. If I open this, and it's really cool. It's written in cursive, and you know, it's part of the lore of the game, and I think that's really neat. And all these things are clues too, so like some of it there's clues in the writing and could help you complete the game. I'll put that up. And then of course there's the instruction manual that it comes with, and this one's in fairly good shape. And this is kind of like the notes that I would take if I was playing the game on where things are. And then here it kind of gives you the commands that you can actually use to try to complete the game. So it's very helpful to have the manual. Kind of looking through it real quick. Tips for novices. Draw a map. Examine all objects. Take all objects. Save your place often. That way if you mess up or get killed, you won't have to start over again from the beginning. That is one of the most frustrating things in video games, is starting over from the beginning. It's something that I hate doing. And then here on the Commodore, it has the Commodore 64. It's interesting that it includes the Commodore 64 or Plus 4. And so I guess that was a cost-saving measure since they made these for both. But it's interesting, and it's interesting to me. I don't know why. For some reason I expected to say /128 like the disc says. And then the final thing that I find really interesting that it came with, and I guess it was common for Infocom to include advertising the master storytellers. So it kind of advertising, it's their product catalog, and through this, if you weren't already familiar with the other Infocom classics, you can go in here and it has a little description of a lot of the games. Like we have Station Fall, The Lurking Horror, Beyond Zork, Nord and Bert Couldn't Make Head or Tail of It, Plundered Hearts, which is the game that we are looking at, Bureaucracy, Hollywood Hijinks, Trinity, Leather Goddess of Phobos, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Moon Mist, Zork 1, Wishbringer, Enchanter, Zork Trilogy. You know, as always, as someone who buys the games, and like if you already own Zork 1, 2, and 3, why would you buy Zork Trilogy? I don't know that I know the answer to that, to be honest. Just strictly, I guess, if you're collecting, you want all the different variations. And then I didn't even realize this was a thing, but there's something here called Enchanter Trilogy. Enchanter, Sorcerer, and Spellbreaker. So is that the trilogy? So that must be the trilogy. Okay. And then the science fiction classics, and I think what they're referring to on this is The Hitchhiker's Guide, Planetfall, A Mind Forever Voyaging, and then the classic mystery library, which is interesting. It's games like Suspect, Witness, Moon Mist, what they mention on here. Oh, and then they have these Invisi-Clues, and these were interesting little hint booklets. They have their own little marker. The Invisi-Clues uses a special invisible ink process to give you only the hints you need when you need them, and they're written by the same people who write our stories, so you know they're complete, accurate, witty, and fun. And then there was a subscription. Get a free subscription to the Status Line, the Douglas Adams Bureaucracy. So they had a booming business back in the 80s and early 90s. It seemed like they had a lot going on. They were well thought out and well crafted. And, you know, this kind of goes along with just books in general. This is kind of like an interactive book. You know, you read, you're trying to learn the clues. If you've done your homework, then it makes the game a lot easier. You know what kind of know what you're supposed to do. Anyway, that's my take and my look at Plundered Hearts. I hope you enjoyed the video.